Alright, people are back. But the gear is not back. As you can see, Velasquez is missing his armor and weapon. But at least we saved some people and their stats. The body is still there. We can rebuild. That's the thing about memory repos. It will not save equipment. Equipment is saved the moment like things end and move on to the next day. Because we can carry memory repos to previous things, it's not too bad. We infinite WAs too. We do. We have so many WAs, it's fine. The problem will just entirely be some weapons. Weapons are the things I honestly do not want to lose the most. Wait. Oh yeah, Eagle can be lost as well. Again, memory repoing appears to be a save state for the units. The units, their stats, their gifts, that is all going to be saved. Their equipment is not. Because equipment seems to be set aside from memory repos, because like you can, for example, like I did, get all the way to like day 41, repo back to day 1, and then just keep all the gear to make the early game a breeze, including these things. Those are exempt. So the moment they are gone, they are gone. You have to rebuy them. That's why it's important to have certain key people in the facility still, or be ready to try and get them back. To buy them, again, if nothing else. Bruce, thanks for the follow, you're awesome. So, as it stands right now, if I want them back, Dreaming Current... The Dreaming Current, Burrowing Heaven. I think that's it. Those are the only two that had gear that I lost at this point. You can't request specific avenues. Yeah, it does, but also that's just the nature of a roguelike game. Or roguelite. Because roguelike means that you lose everything on restarts. Roguelite, you carry over some stuff to make progression always possible. So, at the moment, let's re-gear everyone we have, and then determine if we actually need to get back those abnormalities. Because Burrowing Heaven, I'm okay doing without. Burrowing Heaven is enough of a pain. It's enough of an issue. I do not want to have to keep my camera in place when I have to do other shit as well. It's also alarming how many things so far have taken away my pause button. I'm not a fan of that. I like having a pause button. I like being able to think things out. I like not there being that much stress and pressure on me. Alright, Mal. Probably just gonna give you Gold Rush again. It's still good. And then Morty. You were... not much. Did we have any more Aleph weapons to give out? Censored, but that's going to someone else right now in the lower levels. So I guess I'll give you another Gold Rush. It'll just be another Mao for the moment. Sobi, let's give you the Cobalt Scar stuff. Not the weapon, though. I don't like the possibility of friendly fire. You got a spear. Then Delilah. The Burrowing Heaven. Oh, wait, the Burrowing Heaven Jewel is still alive. I think it's just the weapon I lost one, maybe. Oh, no, it's this one I lost as well, yeah. I'll give you this one for now. Middle layer. Tim. You have... For the lack of, like, really many armors that don't have weaknesses, I'll give you the Magical Girl setup. Tim the Magical Girl, reporting for duty. Then Owen. Ah, fuck. Owen, you lost. Owen was the one that got censored in my head thing. That's right, I forgot. We lost that now. Bitch. Oh, Owen's gonna get back his censored weapon at least. Yeah, that sucks. Oh well. And then Loki was one of our pink units. He died. Though I don't think it's worth it trying to get back fucking Army in Black to do that again. Even if I could just get it again in memory repo, I do not know if I actually want to be that crazy. At least not intentionally. We could still just get it memory repo, come back, and there's no art, there's no thing. Yeah, it might come back naturally. Who knows? Overthink for now. Yep. Like, for all we know, Army in Black might be the better of two evils. Like, let's say I repo, and I get fucking Nameless Fetus, Army in Black, and say, what? Mountain of Smiling Bodies. I think Army in Black is the better one to get, maybe, because it at least can be increased its damage counter, not Mountain of Smiling Bodies, and Nameless Fetus is sacking a unit. Never worth it. So Vine is a freaking doozy of mechanics. Phase 1 is what you see. She summons a special Meltdowns, Darkest minus 10%. Gold heals her. She has a room aura that debuffs attack speed and movement. She will also attack nuggets in other rooms with black damage 33 to 40. And she summons the Meltdowns. Her main attacks are the pillars, 70 to 84 based on color. And orb, 220 to 30 base color. Of course, you will get weaker as you complete the Meltdowns. Yeah, that we discovered really quickly, and I'm happy that it was like that. Because normally, like after Darkest Dungeon 2 especially, sort of had to be forced into the realization that whenever something seems nearly impossible, that sometimes means there's a gimmick to make it possible. So you have to find out what it is, play with it. And if she summons Meltdowns, odds are you need to deal with those to make her not be goddamn near immortal. After 6 seconds, she causes more Meltdowns. She also causes Meltdowns to anything she passes. Phase 2 similar, but she now adds another Meltdown, Black, which summons those black waves. Phase 3 has a FU phase. She becomes immune to all damage and as Meltdowns are happening, and begins to summon her pillars alongside 7 Meltdowns. The Meltdowns are special as they correspond to the pillars, and if you clear them and all in time, she will stop her charge and the pillars fall off. Yeah. Vinyls on the East Time mode. Buff maidens and elevators and send them to kill her, ignoring pillars. I do not know if I would be able to do that, but I could see that being a good strategy if you had just like an incredible kill squad. I might have been able to do it too, but I feel like I would have had a lot more deaths, and because of that, I would have had a lot more things to try and fish back. If you fail to clear them in a set time, she shoots the pillars, dealing the same damage as her normal pillar attack to all struck. Once she shoots the pillars, or you clear the Meltdown, she will teleport away and become vulnerable for 65 seconds. She then repeats. After going into pillar mode again, she will summon the other 3 types of Meltdowns in addition to the 7 pillar Meltdowns, until she kills you or she dies. Yeah. So in that last moment, I'm very thankful we sent everyone there to the fuck you, like, blender. That's NSA mechanics. It is. It certainly is, but we did it. For the lack of a better thing for you right now, Loki, you're gonna also become a magical girl. Alright, Velasquez, I don't remember what you had, but odds are it was you were teamed up with Max, then it was also the it's called Shark. The Ecstasy right here. There just aren't many that have like full good resistances. You're gonna be weak to something. Yeah, Loki lost pink right now, so that's why it's gone. We need to get, if possible, we want to get either the Dreaming Current to get its gear back, to get what's it called, Army in Black, and to get the what's it called, Blue Star. Those are the three things we lost, which I'm still considering a miracle that we did not lose anything more important than those. Like, it's still incredible that we didn't lose everything else. I may be tempted to just try to get all of that back, but let's see how this day goes and what everything entails. Because at the moment, everything is still pretty much fine. Like, there's no need, there's no rush, there's none of that. We grinded enough that we have so many strong units to just do whatever we want with. Wait a sec. Fuck! I made my life so much harder. If I had just made a random-ass scrub of a level 5, I could have fed them to the backwards clock and gotten rid of all the meltdowns. Son of a bitch. That would have just been an instant fuck you, I win now button. Hindsight is 2020. Even in hindsight, I don't have perfect vision. I have glasses. It sucks. Without them, I can't see shit, even in hindsight. Oh, wait, that's right. Interns. They have to go on vacation. If we lost, people do recommend summoning rabbits for phase 3, as you can handle the meltdowns, but the lag was killer. Yeah, that lag was hell. I know this game is not the most optimized thing on the planet, but it's kind of shocking to what extent it is. What counts as safe during meltdowns? Shelter. Shelter makes you immune to fucking everything. It becomes the safest place on the planet by making everything else worse. The world will actively fall apart just to say, you're safe here. In a way, conceptually, I love that room. Mechanically, I hate it, if not for... It was the reason that we were able to cheese Gebra like we did. We just sort of summoned every single monstrosity that we had in the facility and said, let them fight. And out of all of them, only really nothing there did anything manageable. Or really substantial. Imagine there was a Easter egg on the 27th. I mean, for all I know, there might be, but it's like a chance-based happening. Or maybe it wasn't a legacy version that they just got rid of. Who knows? You don't have Hell Train? No, I will never take Hell Train. I actively was told about it as a precaution for my friend who told me to play this game, and I thank them for that because I would have dropped this game so fucking hard if I had gotten it. Oh, she's immune to abnormalities? That's very rude. I wonder what they mean by immune. Do they mean abnormalities will not target her, or do they mean that abnormalities cannot damage her? Because if it's not damage, then yeah, it is. But if it's not targeting, then she still can be hit. You just have to try and finagle it. Why am I still in 1x mode? Goddamn. Being way too high. Okay, if it's just because of resistances, that can also still be overcome. That means eventually she can be hurt and whittled down. Especially by nothing there and his fuck you sort of like swing. Alright. You are melting down. You are a nothing. Let's get all of our boxes again. You know, even that's technically an HE that could work out. But she heals herself too? Oh, she does! Huh. I didn't see that in Solo stream, but then again, I didn't even see much of it. I caught only small bits of it, and with that, it gave me the idea to use the rabbits for at least one of the phases. I still feel like I got cheated from that, honestly. I feel like the rabbits didn't stay too long because she entered her, like, in her weak state in between the doors. And because of that, they could not target her, so they said, oh, job's done. There's nothing here that's targetable, and left. But if she had, like, died in the middle of one of these rooms, then it would have been far easier. They thought she was gone? I do not think so, because I'm pretty sure they stay in between phases as long as like they see something is there that can be attacked. Like at no points during the phase change is she actually immune from damage. She can still be hit. Even if it registers no damage, it's still a targetable entity, which makes it feel like the rabbits would still go after it. It's the reason that they still will attack nothing there while it's shifting as well. At the very least, I want to assume it's not that sophisticated, Capricorn. Because again, we have seen the jank this game is coded on. Or at least we have seen glimpses of it. Violet Noon only targeting department members and not the actual rooms themselves, so if you just swap people around to different departments, it's a non-issue. Fucking the way they implemented the immortality for White Knight's Disciple, so you can still get infinite energy with them and just lame out God thanks to their fry shoots. This game is unique, it is a good idea, I'm never gonna say it isn't, but it's coded in such a way that there's clearly some thoughts that they thought of things to do, they thought to do things only one way, and never thought there would be ways to circumvent it, especially if they added on new mechanics or layers. Ah. Okay, so she's ignored and immune to abnormalities. Gotcha. So that cheese strat cannot work for her. That is very rude, but it's kind of to be expected, I guess. Well, even if they lack optic permanence, as far as I'm aware, Capricorn, the rabbits work in that they will stay around in a room until there's nothing there. And when nothing is there anymore, they still have a small grace period. That's why the rabbits walked away and they didn't immediately despawn. When they despawn, they're gone. But while they're still there, they still will fight. We learned this actually in the, what's it called, Apocalypse Bird fight. When we had things jumping in and out here. Things were forcibly teleported in and out. Don't remember, this thing actually randomly teleported over here and was able to be killed. Robin Hood kept on running around, warped in and out, forcibly through some things, and she was still taken out. They have a small window where they are still able to fight and kill something, even if nothing is there for, like, for all I know, 3 seconds. Did we get Little Red? Yeah, she's right here. We found the other side of that. Did the damage leave? My assumption is, again, transition to here. When they appeared here, they were still doing some damage, but then for some reason, like, because they were in the middle right here, they decided, alright, job's done, in a zone that we cannot reach for that long, and then they left. Because they would have just gone to the other room and then killed her right there. Wait, are there 2 right there? There are. I always thought these clowns were 1 per department, but they apparently can just jump around randomly like that shit. Actually, no. These guys, since they have none in their department, can quickly go here and kill that one. Loki can go take care of this one. Some of you guys can come over here. There we go, done. Good luck Solo dealing with that. Gonna a lot more popcorn with extra butter. Oh yeah, Solo trying to deal with that is going to be interesting. He probably will figure it out. Like, he's, despite how much I'd like to rag on him, he is a pretty intelligent dude when it comes to it, especially for some game mechanics. He could probably figure things out very quickly and he just has to remember, I guess, the rabbits exist, and he has to remember what this actually does. Thematically, this thing says, send someone back and undo everything that bad that happened. Mechanically, what it does is, I think, return all abnormalities back to their cells and meltdowns to 0. Sleeping rooms. Who knows? Alright. More work. More work. Work. Everyone, to your stations. Push it to the fin. I don't think it is actually a safe state, because it saves our energy. As far as I'm aware, the clock does not regenerate, or does not bring people back to life. It does not bring people back to like certain HP points. It just interacts with abnormalities itself. At least from what I interacted with it in my brief science experiment, that's how it seemed to look. Yeah, that was my impression after my science experiment, minus. That it puts every abnormality back in their containment and sets their clay health counter to the maximum that it is possible at, to emulate the what's it called, back to the safest point. Because it doesn't bring people back to life to undo that. It doesn't, as far as more, heal people to undo that, to back to a certain safe states. Because if it is a safe state, it's a very selective one that only looks at abnormalities and not other parts of the facility, such as interns or employees. All right, no problem, Capricorn. I mean, I could more than likely be wrong, too. Never gonna say that I'm not. Oh, shit, Ruby, we forgot to give you a weapon. Shit. Alright, good thing we're pretty much not gonna be fighting much of anything. Wait. Yes, insight. Every now and then I gotta double check to make sure I don't accidentally send someone to the wrong thing because I muscle memory a different abnormalities thing to it. It already happened once where I sent someone to nothing there and thought, oh hey, this is actually censored, and went insight instead, like a dumbass. We could all be idiots. Sometimes we are, and those are the funniest moments. Remember that how it works? Science proves it all! We did that on stream for a long time ago. I'm honestly just surprised that I remembered the exact thing that we found out when we did it on stream. Did I get the weed tree? We got it for the Codex Mercy, but that was it. It's not in the facility at the current moment. Any energy spent or lost during the day, such as Death Fry Shoots and Silent Orchestra, will be restored. Oh. That, I guess, I was wrong about. That I thought was uninteracted, but I guess when I did the experiment back then, we had nothing that actually took away our energy. So I just made the assumption that it would not touch that if it did not touch employees and the other stuff. I for some reason just lopped them together. All the overloads will be removed from all WA and ALIF abnormalities. It will not remove the minus 50% overload abnormalities in departments that have had all their employees killed, since it doesn't bring employees back to life. Yeah. But that is actually a very interesting way of phrasing it right there, Capricorn. WA and ALIF. That boss fight technically takes care of gives HE's, Tess, and Zayn's meltdowns. Or overloads. So, would it actually touch those or no? I'd have to see in one of the boss fights just to like check out if it does it or not. Including one from an arbiter. Okay, then yeah. It is a mechanically almost a counter to her, then. That is just a fun thing to find out. But yeah, it is a one-time thing, so odds are you use it for the final phase, phase 3. Because that's when it starts going out of control, get everyone in the room with her, and murder her in that 60-second or whatever window you have. It is a panic button. I've just been like going through so many days. I've gone through a full reset and half of the last run that we did without even touching it. Even though I've insisted on having it because I know how valuable this thing is as a mechanic, I've just forgotten it exists and never used it after figuring things out. For boss fights, I just remember that it exists, use it, and that's what I'm going to do with this. Alright, where's the clown? Oh, really? Is it? Okay, not in that area. Oh, there it is. I'm fucking blind. You guys, get down there and kill it. Oh, one of them actually stayed there. Go down to take care of it. This intern, you're going to die to the explosion, so I'm not going to even allow that to be a possibility at the moment. Where did the other ones go? Not in the top layer. One right there. And one right here. That's all three that can spawn. Army Black isn't affected by the clocks. That is very rude. Wait, what? Did one get away from it somehow? There we go. I'm assuming one got away from... Oh, probably this one right here, maybe. Oh well. The day is done. The effects instant suppression of backwards clocks do not apply to the following. White Knight, that makes sense. Apocalypse Bird, that makes sense. Red Mist, and Arbiter, Midnight Ordeals, Red Shoes, and Black Swan, and Army in Black. See backwards, White Knight and Apocalypse Bird, that makes sense. They are above time. You cannot pause when they are there. The Red Mist and an Arbiter, I can understand that as well. It will not undo them, but it will probably just do something to their mechanics. Midnight Ordeals are bullshit, so that makes sense as well. Red Shoes are bullshit, that makes sense as well. And Army in Black, that's the one where I'm like, really? I thought that actually would be affected, but fuck, I guess that shows what I know. Ah. Blue Star is there, and that is one of the ones that I am missing its gear. That is another white damage source right there. So, why wouldn't it ignore clock? I mean, I guess. Isn't also Army in Black a donor one? So, I mean, for all I know, there's that. Whoa, what the... Hold on. Something on my phone, hold on. That is actually somewhat important. Hold on, let me take care of this. Alright, that should be taken care of. Good. Alright, and also Blue Star is just for the gear. Like, I will get the gear. That is a key thing for me. I like having the gear. Make Blue Star break out for the funny. If only for science, maybe, but even then, it's... And actually, we do have one Union activist, unfortunately. But that's for Apocalypse Bird. That's Blackbird. And Blackbird is the chillest one. 25 people is such a high number that has to die. Plus, you can get its number up, so it's not as, like, constraining on our abilities to manage as some of the others. Like, Unsmiling Bodies is probably one of the worst, or I'd say the worst, because because you cannot raise it up without suppressing him. Army in Black, you can suppress something else, and that technically counts, and it gives you the benefit of it. There we go. Got the second weapon. Because, yeah, there's River, and there's Evangeline. River's missing his weapon. That's who lost it. And Evangeline was in the top layer. She still had her stuff and is fine. And also this gift. There's a small part of me that wants it, because movement speed is incredibly important. Wait. Oh, alright. Stream is ending early. Been getting pinged on my phone, and this thing has suddenly become important. I'm gonna have to go take care of that. Alright guys, thanks for stopping by. Hope you had a great time. Tomorrow, we're gonna deal with record suppression. It's... You guys said it earlier. Hakma, that's the name. Alright. We're gonna try Hakma suppression tomorrow, and then we're gonna find out what it was. I am very happy that Vina did not throw too much of a bitch fit. I guess since I can now, when I get back from work tonight, or maybe if this manages to not take too long after that, before while I'm eating or something, I can probably get all the gear I'm missing to rebuild the facility, and then we're just gonna make sure that we're on day 43, so that way when we come back, records is available to be taken care of. So stay awesome, everyone. Hopefully you'll let me tell you one more time, another time. See ya.